Hello, good afternoon, and welcome Ampeg viewers to Amped Up, IPI Distributors Amped Up. Today is a special day. It's a Saturday. We're doing it on Saturday instead of Friday. We had a lot going on this week, Mark.
A lot going on this week.
And there's I'm hoping there's a lot more going on next week.
Let me tell you something. I just drove down here from our place up in Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm driving down here, relaxing. I get this phone call from, guess who not? Judy Bond.
Judy Bond.
We love Judy Bond. Right? Spending time, right. James Bond, Judy Bond, right?
I did Batman just now.
I know, you're totally wrong, but that's okay. Because, you know what? The information that she said was amazing.
What information?
So, what do you mean? You didn't hear about the information, what's going on?
Mark, they don't even know my name. You think I get information?
It gets better every time I hear news about Ampeg. Let me tell you something. Guess what's going on, Kyle? Big news, double dollars extended.
Wait, they extended the double dollar bills?
I couldn't believe it.
Everybody told me that wasn't happening.
All I wanted to do was talk to Judy, say, Judy, have a nice weekend. We worked hard. I mean, we were having meetings till midnight. I got people call me last night at 5 minutes to 12. I just got the customer and I tripped the bonus.
I stayed up till 1 in the morning last night getting people in.
Cheryl Andrade, great job, kid. She was up 12 o'clock. 5 minutes to 12, she called me up. She goes, I tripped the bonus. But guess what, Cheryl? Ampeg does it again. These guys are unbeatable. You know what? They extended, Kyle.
Yeah.
They extended double the dollars. It's August 5th.
Yeah, thanks for making me get about 4 hours sleep last night. I really appreciate that.
Todd and Chris, you're our ambassadors of Quam, baby. I love you.
Oh, my goodness. He pulled out a Jerry Maguire line.
Favorite movie, man. My favorite movie. So, double dollars extended, guys, till August 5th. Perfect time to get promoted. Perfect time to bring in customers. It's just an amazing part of your lives where you need to be. Some of these people want to get promoted to MR.
So now you've inspired me by telling us. We're going to skip over something and then come back to basics. All right?
Yep.
I want to talk about the new members that we got in this week.
You know what, Kyle? The new members that came in this week. It's all about this team gelling together. I'm a sports nut, guys, but this team gels together like no other. Tell us about the new members.
Well, there was 11.
11 new members. I'm telling you, the support goes from top to bottom. I learn something from these people every day. Let's go down.
So check it out. You ready?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, don't mind me if I get your name wrong. I'm going to save what I consider the hardest one for last, okay?
Yeah.
But let's go. Jennifer Hendrickson. That's under Damon Hart, I believe.
Yep, Damon Hart. Great leader.
Chris Britton, Daniel Sitka, Ludwig Orkowski, Rudolph Jones, Sherry Troyan, Christina Romero, Dan Schwartz, Jonathan McLevy, and
let me say the best one for last.
Yeah, Bhupendra Patel.
Bhupendra Patel and Steve Troyan this guy's on fire.
Steve went off.
Steve Troyan, you are the rep of the week. I got a sprint shirt coming out.
It's not rep of the week time yet, so I don't know why
he's going to get it anyway. This guy,
you know the guy that gives away the punchline to a joke before you even get there.
You know what? This guy worked all night, all day. He was calling me.
He was amazing.
It was. Called me at 11 o'clock. I said, Mark, I got another one in. Guy puts in 6 people, and not just from one area.
Right.
He's placing people all over the Northeast. He's an amazing person, and he has his own business. He has his own business. So, great job, Steve, and all the members that came in.
Steve put in,
welcome
I
to
think,
the
like
team.
5 members yesterday alone.
It was amazing.
5 reps.
Amazing. He was round the clock on the phone.
Insane.
Let's go back to basics, okay?
All right, so this week on Back to Basics, I had a great conversation with somebody on the phone, actually today, it started with you last night, Mark, because last night Mark and I were on the phone, and like every night at the end of the day, our mind starts kicking. Around 10 o'clock, we start thinking about it, we settled down on the couch, watching a little TV, and I called up Mark, and we started going through all these things that are obstacles ahead of us moving forward to grow our business. And we kept going through them, and as you go through these obstacles that, whether it's time or whatever it might be that, this guy come in, that right. So the negatives are starting to go and get a little bit more overwhelming in the phone call, and I stopped. And I said to Mark, I said, you know what, Mark, let's talk about the positive for a few minutes. And that's how we ended the phone call. We focused back on the positive because we realized that when you don't identify in your day-to-day, whether you're by yourself, you're with a partner, you're self-motivating, talking to your team, talking to your upline, your downline, you always want to make sure that we have to talk about some of the obstacles and challenges that we come across. But at the end of the conversation, always make sure you positively reinforce what you're trying to do here. Remotivate yourself.
It is about a business, guys. I mean, businesses have good days.
That's
businesses have bad days. You have to know how to flex and move through those times. And what's nice about this business, and what's fantastic about network marketing is you have people to call.
That's right.
Hey, listen, I'm stuck. Hey, you know what? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? Upline, your downline. I mean, everybody is there to support you, and you support each other. That's why I can't believe how this team is growing.
Yeah.
Our team is funneling down.
Well, why wouldn't you
funneling out.
believe it?
Well, you know what? There's great leaders, and it all started
There
from
is.
the top that we were trained with.
I
right?
knew it. I believe
Great
it.
time. I know you always believe. You're a real
Yeah,
person.
I'm a real positive guy. Right?
Exactly. Try spending 8 hours with the guy. So, in any event, anything else? We're back to the basics.
No, I mean that's really it. Just really make sure
important,
that in
very
everything you do, even if you have to talk about some stuff that's crucial, get to the positive at the end. Always end on an upbeat. Okay, always end up on the positive. And you know what you're gonna find? That you're helping other people get into the business a lot quicker and a lot
It's a great
sooner.
feeling, right?
Yeah, and it's
is
an
a
awesome
great
feeling.
feeling.
Yeah.
Tip of the day.
Tip of the day.
Tip of the day, I want to start with what happened to me today. It was pretty amazing. So I'm at the other store today, and I said, you know what, I'm going to not kid around. I'm just have a conversation with the guy. Sitting there, he's getting a phone. He's just taking care of him, and I go up to the counter and says, so by the way, I mean, you know.
Who's that?
Issa.
Issa. Well, they don't know who Issa is.
Well, she works for us, and she
Okay.
does a great job.
Yeah.
But in any event, I'm sitting there at the counter. I just said to him, I said, so, you know, I pulled the Mike Lamis. Do you have electric in your house? And he started to laugh, and he said, what do you mean I have electric? I said, well, all kidding aside, he says, you see, we offer a discount electricity. I mean,
Right.
PP&L with Ampergy, by the way, guys, they knock it out of the park up there. I mean, really, we're over 12% savings to the customer. Yeah, 12% savings. So basically, all I said to him is, you have a choice. He didn't even know he had a choice, which I thought was crazy, but he didn't even know he had a choice. I showed him the bill that I had up there, made it simple.
Wow.
I made it simple. I showed him the bill that we had Spark Energy on it. But you know what it was about, guys? Being prepared.
So you were prepared for him.
Yeah, I was prepared.
You were ready.
Every time I have my Ampergy folder, whether it's laying on the desk or it's in my car, at least I could pull out the props to reinforce what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know,
Okay?
if I can make a formal request to Todd and Chris, you know, we're a partnership, and he hogs the folder.
All the time.
So if there's any way you could send one out with 399-7.
The partner in crime?
Yeah, right. 399-7 Dover Road, right, Toms River, New Jersey, 08757. That's our mailing
All right,
address.
so let me get back to this. So basically what happened was he was so reinforced because he said, you know, I didn't know I had a choice, but I heard other people talking about this thing. Well, what I did was I just went through the basics with him. I showed him the rate chart, which was simple, right? Comparison between PP&L and what we had. I showed him the letter that I got from Spark when I switched.
Right.
I showed him my bill. It showed him on the where Spark Energy's on the bill. Okay? And basically he was reinforced. So it was a no-brainer for him to say, you know what? Why am I paying more here? And the other thing, Kyle, that was interesting, you know, he had a 3-bedroom apartment. Okay?
Okay.
And, you know, our advantage is the way Ampergy's compensation package is put together, right? We don't have to worry about whether it's 500 kilowatt,
That's
1,000
right.
kilowatt.
Every customer is valuable to us.
It's about
Every
the
customer
customer.
makes us money.
It's about the
It's
customer.
not if it's a big mansion or a small 1-bedroom apartment.
Right. Everybody counts. So the last thing was...
As long as you don't live in Texas, it's
right.
different.
So
But-
what I want to
Yeah.
say is always be prepared. And I don't know if anybody saw this, but did anybody get the marketing kit that came in the mail? Did anybody go through this material? I mean, you can literally show a customer what you're all about. It has the presentation here. If you don't happen to have electric, which is unreal, or if you don't have a laptop, I mean, you have brochures that come with it, a DVD. This stuff has to be with you all the time. It's amazing marketing
Awesome is
material.
on the back of these presentation cards. So even if you do have a laptop or you do have a PowerPoint, right? The idea of this also is that while you're presenting, okay, you could be reading the notes to keep you in track. Okay, so that you don't talk for 40 minutes like I
And you're
did the other
getting through
night.
it quick.
Okay?
I mean, basically,
Right.
you're getting through it. The point I'm saying to this whole thing of tips of the day is know your market, real simple. Have the materials ready and prepared to answer the customer's questions, and make sure you look like you're doing something when it comes to Ampergy.
Right.
Have your presentation file accessible to
Now,
you.
real quick about this as well, just to tell you about the timing of Ampergy and how well they know their company and when they have to get things done. All right, so I had one of our reps call us up today, Howard Worth and Howard likes to point out to me things that he would normally complain about or give me a hard time about. So I turn those into positives with him. And somehow Howard turned this one into a positive for me. He goes, hey, I got my first starter kit. He says, I got that in the mail with the binder and the whole thing. He says, and I'm looking at the brochures and they seem like they might just be a little outdated for this current day. He says, but then like the next day in the mail, he says, I got all the new brochures, all the new material, and it all made sense to me again. He says, you talk about a company that gets stuff right when you need it.
Right. It happened in East Brunswick. We walked in, and I think it was Damon's aunt or mom she was so happy to get her leather binder.
Right.
I mean, it's a real marketing sales kit, guys. make sure you use it. Make sure it's with you at all times because it is your business.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about meetings.
Meetings. So upcoming this week, right? We have Wednesday, our meeting again. We're running 4 weeks in a row right now, guys. 4 weeks in a row. The team is growing. People are bringing new guests.
East Brunswick is fantastic.
East Brunswick, Holiday Inn Express.
Terrific leaders.
Information below. Check it out. Damon Hart, from what I understand, will be presenting this week.
Yeah, Damon Hart.
All right, we're looking forward to that.
Step up. I mean, that's what we want. We want these leaders to step up and own their area. Okay, that's what it's all about. And we come in and support the whole growth of that whole area. Yep. Damon Hart, true leader. He's just ready to run out there and do it. That's terrific.
So, also just a quick note: coming up the following week, we'll be launching Mount Holly.
Well, let me tell you, the Mount Holly area is just huge. The heart of PSC&G.
Yeah.
What a fantastic team we got down there. We got Laverne down there. We have Derek down there.
Steve Troyan
down there. I hope a good friend of mine's coming back. He wasn't feeling well, but looks like he may be back for the meeting. That's Tyson Price. I know Bobby D's going to come down there and kick it off. Cheryl Andrade, Christy Matthews. I mean, these people are just...
We got a team that's ready to go down there. And the beautiful part about that area is it bleeds very closely into Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's
right on the border.
Right on the border, PSC&G, PP&L. Or Pico, right?
Right, Pico.
So PSC&G, Pico, right there, right next to each other, like 15 minutes apart.
I just can't wait to get down there because this team is explosive. They were so happy when we said we're going to launch this meeting down there. So, way
Big
to go
things
from
coming.
Mount Holly.
Stay positive. Stay energized. Stay focused. I screwed that all up.
That's okay. Listen, by the way, I'm leaving right now because I want to go see my dad for his birthday. My sister's up from Maryland.
You know,
I am so energized.
His dad,
I can't wait to get home.
His dad had a birthday like 3 episodes ago.
He can have a birthday for 10 days.
Celebrating it.
I took him out last night. He ate 2 pounds of macaroni. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, Kyle, have a great weekend, guys. Everybody,
hey guys,
enjoy and stay
really,
energized.
stay focused, stay energized. Stop stealing my tagline.